Hello everybody, this is Santa Claus, aka Corridors of Time. This is my first commentary ever, and I used to think it was pretty obsolete to do as the gameplay would speak for itself in a YouTube video. However, after watching other commentaries, I noticed that it can actually be a nice contribution to a YouTube vid, and that is if the commentary has some value at least. Well, as I have nothing useful to say, lack any social skills, and don't have any knowledge about this game, I will just keep you guys satisfied with my super sexy voice. Okay, this makes doing the commentary much easier for me though, because I can virtually talk about anything at all to you guys, and you guys will get off on the hot timbre and the godlike frequency of my voice anyway. So, well, about these games, I recorded them, and these are some replays of an endless session I did with SFGodfather. SFGodfather is, as his name says, an old school Street Fighter player, and that absolutely shows in his style. It's not so much on flashy gameplay and stuff, but it's highly effective, and even though sometimes he can seem a bit random and reckless, this guy is really good. I've met him, like most of my other Street Fighter friends, on the Street Fighter 4 forums, which is a great forums by the way, and he's a really nice guy, yeah, absolutely, he's a great guy. True family man, if you will. um, well, his lifetime main is Sagat, from what I believe, and when Super came out, he picked up Adon or Adon, whatever you want to call him, as a secondary. And these games were just shortly before the arcade edition came out, or AE. And so yes, this is still Super Street Fighter 4 video, but it's still very viable since both Gan and Sagat didn't change that much, I think. I also uploaded my first AE movie, though, which is the Ken Mirror match versus Gunslinger. I thought it was a pretty okay match, and well, you should check it out. Talking about AE, I know there's a lot of criticism toward it because of balance issues, and I know that Super was actually, well, it was just a really balanced game, and I must say that so far AE feels very good and refreshing to me. Yeah. The new characters all seem a lot of fun, and I don't think the twins are so much overpowered that they are actually broken. Well, maybe I'll get back onto that in a few weeks. But for now they seem just strong but not broken. Furthermore, I really like new options that this game offers. The new replay channel and the fact that you can follow other people's upload replays. I mean, and stuff like the elite option. Where you can follow elite players or you can check out replays of elite players, which are just players that are above the 3000 PP line. Yeah, I really like that. There are also some things that I think Capcom missed out on a bit, and most obviously to me, it's the missing of challenges for the four new characters. I think everybody just, I don't know why they didn't do it. You can, of course, you can look up stuff on the internet like shoryuken.com and Street Fighter 4 forums, event hubs. But I just don't understand why they didn't take the effort to implement a feature that has proven to be so extremely popular and part of the thing that made your classic franchise do its use comeback. It's just, I don't understand it. Another thing that I would have liked to see is that Capcom didn't wait for the YouTube feature until Third Strike Online will come out. I think it's, maybe a missed opportunity, but of course I'm not a guy who's into, how do you call it? Oh, I lost there. I'm not a guy who's much into economics and stuff, and they probably know best. But I would have liked to see the YouTube replay channel. Um, maybe maybe it's because of scripts or something, but I think it's something many players have been looking forward to. Overall, I think the arcade edition is very good. It's great and worthy addition to the Street Fighter 4 family. At first, Capcom said this would be a last iteration of the Street Fighter 4 family, but now they're already suggesting that there may be uh, that they may reduce some stuff, you know, about AE. And to be honest, I personally think that they intentionally made the new characters pretty strong, especially the twins, so that everybody would just try them out and, you know, not stay with their old main. And I think that they are going to patch the game, rebalance it, and that was their plan from the very beginning. But of course I could be wrong. Um, and yeah, I hope that Capcom will be wise and simply move on to Street Fighter 5 though. Don't hang too much on it. Don't spend too much money on it. Just, you know, Street Fighter 4. We've seen it enough by now. It's a great game, but move on to Street Fighter 5. I think you shouldn't hang too long on a game because it will grow stale and people will start to get bored with it, and that can just destroy the name of a franchise. I mean, we've seen it with Street Fighter 2, and I think they should be wise. And at least that's what I think about it. If you guys think otherwise, let us all know and the reason why. Of course. So yeah, maybe I should finally tell you guys something about myself and my gaming history, because before Street Fighter 4 I was never into competitive gaming, or at least not any serious level. I did play some Delta Force or Command & Conquer, Street Fighter 2, Pro Evo in my days, but it was only versus friends. I never took the things to, you know, I never took the things seriously enough to actually get myself to another level. The only games I really cared about were Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid, and Chrono Trigger. Yeah, hence of course my PlayStation name. It's my homage to what I still think is the best game ever. Yeah. The point is, I never knew the absolute joy of competitive gaming until I saw the first TV commercial of Street Fighter 4. I immediately felt that, you know, that feeling of nostalgia, and I couldn't wait to play with my old homie Ken Masters. Yeah, yeah. In Street Fighter 4 I loved him, and in Street Fighter 2 I loved him, and in Street Fighter 4 he's just, ah well, everybody hates him, and I think he's the man. So when my friends saw how hyped I was for the game, they gave me a pre-order for my birthday. Yeah, thank you guys. Woo! I got it the day it got released, and the first thing I remember from Street Fighter 2 was to do jumped heavy kick into sweeps. That was the only thing I remembered. And to do fireball, of course. But so well, I didn't expect the game to hold my attention for too long, because I didn't expect it to. I mean, I expected it to lack any depth, you know, like with many other competitive games. And after a few days, I took my newbie Shoryuken spamming Ken. I took him online and I won my first two games, and wow, I thought this is really fun. And maybe I should learn this game. Yeah, and well, the next step I took was you know, googling Street Fighter forum, because I thought I need to get into contact with other people. You know, I mean, other people should let me know how to do this. Oh, yeah, there was a cross up there. I was a bit lucky, and it's a trick that everybody should when you play versus Scan and he uses, well, he has a EX meter, you should always check for that. But anyway, what I was talking about, I searched for a Street Fighter forum, and well, I clicked on streetfighter4forums.com since that seemed the best option at the time, and what happened next just turned my gaming life upside down. I expected to enter a stuck-up forum where everybody knows each other and they don't want to waste too much time on teaching a total newbie the game, and or they think they are really cool because they are better at a video game, and but I think everybody knows the kind of communities I'm talking about. But Street Fighter 4 forums, they were fantastic, really, really. Everybody helping each other, joking with each other, giving tips, organizing tournaments. Great mods who felt exactly when they should be strict or when to let things slide. Yes, well, it didn't take long for me to feel at home, and because of this, I took the game to take a deeper look at Street Fighter. And the more I got into it, the more I saw how much depth and finesse this game holds. Yeah, it just blew my mind. And eventually, when my at that time girlfriend saw how much joy I had with Street Fighter, she bought me a Mad Catz TE stick. And by the time Super came out, I was ready to learn some new characters. And I already liked playing Goken as a secondary. And when Super came out, Cody, Seth, Blanca, Dan, El Fuerte, and Bison were, well, a lot of fun to play with, but it was actually Guy who really stands out among others. Yeah, I love him. He's hard to play, but so versatile and just 100% fun. I think it's really nice to see how far I've come with both Guy and Ken over the years. And now that AE is out, I am experiencing how much fun Yun is. Yeah, I really like them. And at first I thought Yun was going to be my new secondary, but in the end, Guy is just too much fun. So yeah, you guessed it. Yun is going to be my, well, a character I'm going to play more often. But Ken will, of course, forever be my main. And, well, I'm gonna put some videos of Yun up in the future, but it's gonna take some time. Well, talking about putting videos up in the future, I noticed that it had been a really, really long time since I last posted some matches. And now I talk about it, these are even the first videos where I have Ken with a Japanese voice. Yes, so yeah, that had been a long time. The reason for this is that there are many moments when I feel I'm really, really, really bad at this game, and it's not worth my effort anymore, and then I find it hard to combine things and get my priorities straight. And I've got my education to attend to, and I've got a social life. I like to work out and do some extreme sports. But most of all, I like to do what I do best, and that's doing girls. Yes, I'm a lady lover, but I think all you guys are. I will admit that immediately I love everything about women. Yeah, their complex thought patterns, their way of thinking, mostly with their feelings, and their they think with, mostly with their feelings instead of logic and with reason, and Their way of thinking is just so much different than that of a man. It's refreshing and intoxicating at the same time. Ah, their need for safety and security versus their lust for fun and adventure. Their enormous diversity and the fact that every woman has something beautiful, you know? Well, almost every woman. But God, some are so beautiful. Ah. And I don't mean only from the outside, of course. It may sound cheesy, but also on the inside. I think that's the most important part. It's such a pleasure to get to know a woman with her unique qualities and her quirks and her weird and funny traits. I mean, it makes you feel so alive in its world. It's just. Okay. I'm sorry. I was drifting off again, but. Oh, you can't hold that last one against me, you know? When I'm talking about women, my mind just loses every direction, you know? So, where was I? Yes, I had quit the game for a while because I had some other priorities. But now I decided that I just like Street Fighter. I love it. And I like it so much that I would just find a good balance for it in my life. I don't play it that much lately, but I won't quit anymore, you know? And I think that's just one of the most important things to do when you really like a game, you know? Figure out where you want it to be in your life, and then you, like, how can you achieve that realistically? And you want basic gameplay. Sure, okay, a game or two every week. Don't put much time in it, you know? And just enjoy the time you're playing and on your own level. You won't ever reach a high level, but it's okay. And you want to become a pro? Okay, then you should invest lots of time in it. And you should read things like Serlin's article. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. If not, go read it. It's a great article about gaming and training. And for me, however, I just needed to be my mind reset moment, you know, my relaxing of the day, my short detachment of reality. I mean, I will never be another Daigo. I know that, but I want to be as good as I can without missing on my social life, you know, without missing out on my real life. And so I decided I'm gonna play an average of like 30 minutes every day and keep the rest of the time for other things. So, this is some gameplay of me versus his Adon. Yeah, I think it's. I think we won about 50% of the games. I don't know, but I'm definitely looking forward to playing him again. He's just refreshing to play against. And um, what I also like about Ken in AE right now is his combo into sweep. I'm still not using it in my gameplay. Why? Well, because I always like to go for the damage, and of course I know a sweep gives you untackable knockdown, and for Ken it's pretty important, but I just like to go with Tatsu. Yeah, here I found a game. We played some games of a Dan mirror match. It was just hilarious. I mean, oh my god, that was so bad English. Excuse me, I'm sorry for that. But yeah, it was hilarious and watch and enjoy. So, as of Godfather games, today I'm gonna upload some game versus Kyoko Manji. It was a game of my Ken versus his Akuma. He's just one of the best Akumas or Gokis from my own country. And yeah, you should check that out. And I'm gonna put some games up later this week again, I think. And yeah, just enjoy the rest of this game. Guys, I'm gonna quit. See ya, peace out. Check out the Street Fighter 4 forums. Well, it's not up right now. It's gonna be up at the end of this week, I believe, from what I've heard. Yeah, you should just come and visit us. Check out if you like it. And hope you guys like this video. If you have anything to say, add, or whatever, let me know. Like I said, this was my first commentary ever, so please don't kill me if you thought it was fucking boring. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, there's a guy who puts up videos of guys that he thinks are pretty good Street Fighter players, and guess who he added? Yeah, yours truly, thank you. Oh, you're such a cool guy. Okay, thanks guys, I'm out. Peace.